It is exactly 23 minutes to the top of the hour. This is Smart Means Business, and of course, heading straight into our Caribbean East Africa report. A survey has been done, and there is a realization that about 71% of the Kenyan youth, at least, they have a side job. Those that are having what we call the formal employment, at the same time, on the side, they're having what we call the side hustles. Now, about 71% of respondents in a Geopol survey employed Kenyan youth stated that they owned a small-scale business and side hustles to supplement their income. Now, with the rising cost of living and depreciating paychecks, individuals aged between 18 and 35 years are creatively navigating the economic setbacks by earning additional income from other entrepreneurial engagements. Now, side hustles also buffers for many young Kenyans, glaring the uncertainties prevalent in the job market amidst the retrenchment surge by the different companies in the economy. Now, an overwhelming of 87% of the respondents on the survey expressed their preference for self-employment, which they regarded as a path to economic independence. Now, the survey found that 56% of the respondents prefer running their businesses full-time, while 39% expressed their interest in pursuing entrepreneurship on a part-time basis. Now, notably, about 6% remain uncertain about their preferred approach. The survey still further reported. Now, most of the entrepreneurial interests, most especially for the young people, were inclined to the retail and trade sector. Now, with 33% of the respondents choosing that it is a viable option. Interestingly, more respondents chose agriculture over technology, with 27% preferring farming compared to 21% who would be interested in rocking the cyberspace. Now, nonetheless, an increasing number of youth who are not formally employed were active, that is, in the gig economy, with about 19% of the respondents working as social media content creators, remote online jobs, and freelancers at the same time. Now, the government has actually eyed the sector as an avenue of taxable income and plans to fully formalize the sector. Actually, we had a report that was last year about the Kenyan youth engaging in content creation. They go to the streets, they do dance, they use their social media platforms because according to the current setbacks that the nation is actually facing due to the growing debt all the time, the instabilities, the political strife and all that, so majority of the youth actually have decided not to really get involved in any of these related activities, but they have headed into digital content creation and they make money in a way that they get endorsements, they have advertisements, people that advertise on the channel simply because of the content that they create out. So it's an industry that is actually grossing big in Kenya. Now, the desire for self-employment by the Kenyan youth, however, still faces an imminent barriers. That's according to the report. Now, over 70% of the youth under the survey responded the lack of the capital stood as the primary obstacle that is to pursuing these chances. Now, other 9% stated that lack of mentors and support systems stifled with opportunities for entrepreneurship. And only about 7% cited the market competition as a hindrance, to their progress. Furthermore, 6% identified a lack of business knowledge and skills, pointing to the deficiencies in the education and the training. The schools, they say that they're not sufficient in terms of the education that they do give them. Remember, we're in a global world, so everything you do, you have to have the mindset of the global mindset. That means even the syllabuses, the teaching syllabuses should align with the international standards because you never know where exactly the world is actually going to take you. So the Kenyan youth have actually got to realize this. They don't trust the system. They're not comfortable. They can't sit down and, get out into the market where they're not competitive due to the knowledge that they acquired way back in school. Now, We say 6% lack of business knowledge skills, pointing to the deficiencies in the education, and also 6% express uncertainty about starting new ventures, whether due to unclear business ideas or being overwhelmed by too many options, the survey still stated. Now, an optimistic 60% of the respondents believe that Kenya had the opportunity to empower the young people to succeed in enterprise, and only 33% believe that these opportunities were neither exhausted nor available or unavailable, rather. Now, the survey still listed financial support as the most pertinent part to youth entrepreneurship, with about 82% of the respondents believing that unless capital was allocated to the age group, no viable empowerment can actually be realized. That's according to what they observed. Now, mentorship and training was valued by 51% of the respondents, while 45% saw government policy and incentives as a crucial motivator on their side. Now, this group perceived unfavorable tax regime and regulations, Latin environment as counterproductive to any efforts made in the entrepreneurial space. Now, in a survey still, 63% of the respondents were actually were male, and 37% were the female. Moreover, 70% had college degree. So you can see exactly the situation in Kenya, what is happening. Side hustles, yeah, at least, actually, it's advisable. At least you can have a minimum of about 5 income sources. If you don't really have that, it might be hard for you to survive in this very changing globe scale. And remember, what happens in other nations definitely has an economic impact in African nations, East African nations, and also talking about Uganda inclusive. Now, still away from that, we head to the Kenya as the market rally pushes Kenya's stock market to a 2-year high. Yeah, it's really it's one of those countries with the most developed financial systems. Now, Kenya's stock market has surged, gaining 114.8 Kenyan shillings. That is 148 billion Kenyan shillings in market value in 3 weeks to hit a 2-year high of about 2 trillion, Kenyan shillings, as multiple stocks rallied in a sustained bullish market at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Now, investor health, as shown by the market capitalization, surged by 6% to about 2 trillion Kenyan shillings from 1.8 trillion Kenyan shillings on the last day of trading in December 2024. Now, the benchmark index of the NSE 25 was up by 1.9% in January to about 3,470 points from 3,402 points on the 31st of December 2024. Now, the market remained bullish as signaled by the NSE All Share Index, which gained about 5.9% to close at 130.79 points on a Friday from 123.48 points on 31st December 2024. Now, the insurance sector, according to the report, saw the highest capital gains with about 20.5% median year to date, helped by Britam, Kenya Re, and Sanlam. Of course, part of the companies that have actually been very vital for this breakthrough. Now, the banking sector still remained resilient, recording at least 0.2% year-to-date median gain, buoyed by 99.1% gain in the HF Group. Now, gains from Kenya Power and KenGen buoyed the 11.7% median increase in the energy and petroleum sector. Now, in 3 weeks of January 2025, stocks had advanced to periodic highs, while 17 saw price declines, with the market averaging at about 42% in year-to-date returns. Now, the NSE has benefited from the central bank's aggressive rate cuts in the final quarter of 2024. That's according to what the report says. And now this is prompting the investors to favor the stock market to attractive returns. Now, improved economic conditions in the country, coupled with improved earnings, boosted investor confidence and led to higher prices and valuations come the year 2024. So That is the Kenyan stock market that has actually kicked off with a with a 2-year high. The market rally pushes Kenyan stock market to a 2-year high, and let us see what really this will impact the entire economy. Because you understand how the stock markets really have a big say on how the economic conditions really are operating into the economy. Well, that is it from the Caribbean East Africa. In case you just joined us, at 71% of employed Kenyan youth have side houses. That's according to a survey. And the market rally pushes Kenya's stock market to a 2-year high. That is according to the Kenya Wall Street reporting. Well, let's switch and take a look at what is happening onto the international scene. Melania Trump launches her own cryptocurrency. Of course, congratulations. Donald Trump yesterday was actually, it was his inauguration and is officially into the office. But of course, the biggest fear, like I've always been saying, the experts, the global economic experts believe that his policies are likely to cause the wild tension because of the trade wars, happening between America and the United States. Between the United States of America and China at the same time. So let's wait and see what the policies are going to be like. Now, Melania Trump, after knowing that the dad has actually been, the wife, knowing that the husband has actually been inaugurated, she decided to launch her very own cryptocurrency. Now, incoming First Lady Melania Trump has launched a cryptocurrency of the eve of her husband's inauguration as the United States president. This was actually 2 days back. Now, the announcement came after President-elect Donald Trump launched the Trump cryptocurrency. Now, both coins have risen but have seen a volatile trend. Actually, last time when I checked, the Trump coin was actually ranging at about $57, one Trump coin. Yeah, I'll check onto the coin market cap and take a look at that. Now, the official Melania meme is live. You can buy the Melania Trump now. That's what she posted on the social platform X. This was on Sunday. Now, disclaimers on the websites of both Trump and Melania coins said they were not intended to actually be or the subject of an investment opportunity or security. Now, according to the Coin Market Cap website, Trump has a total market valuation of about $12 billion, while Melania stands at around $1.7 billion. Now, Trump had previously called crypto a scam, but during the 2024 election campaign, he became the first presidential candidate to accept digital assets as donations. Now, during the campaign, his family launched a cryptocurrency company called the World Liberty Financial. Now, this aims to lead the financial revolution by dismantling the stranglehold of traditional financial institutions and also selling a crypto coin. Now, the new Trump coin was launched from Trump Organization affiliate, that is CIC Digital LLC, which is linked to previous sales of crypto collectible NFTs that was launched in 2022 that made millions of dollars, but have since then fallen dramatically in value for their owners. Now, according to the CoinGecko, the NFTs once sold for more than $1,000 have actually have since dropped in value to around $300. So you can see the volatility in the crypto market. And actually, the Melania Trump coin and the Trump coin itself, they're actually also facing the volatility. There was a time, I remember, about 2 days to the inauguration, the Trump coin ranged at about $70. One Trump coin was ranging to about $78. But yesterday, it declined a little bit. It was in about $50, one Trump coin. But of course, the volatility is quite too strange in here. Now, on the campaign trail, Donald Trump also said that he will create a strategic Bitcoin stockpile and appoint financial regulators that take more positive stance towards digital assets. Now, the spread expectations that he would strip back regulations on the cryptocurrency were actually also put short, because now his focus is totally on something else. Now, in the wake of Trump's victory, we see Bitcoin jumped to a record high of around $109,000, and that is according to the crypto trading platform that is Coinbase. Now, on Friday, the incoming artificial intelligence and crypto star David Sachs held a crypto ball in Washington, D.C. Now, other cryptocurrencies, including the Dogecoin, which is actually being promoted by high-profile Trump supporter, that is Elon Musk, have also risen sharply this year. Now, under President Joe Biden, regulators cited concerns about fraud and money laundering as they cracked down on the crypto companies by suing exchanges. Now, the growth of the Dogecoin has significantly increased the interest that is in the so-called meme coins, where we see that cryptocurrencies typically linked to the viral internet trend or that moment at the time. Now, Melania's meme coin has come from her own incorporated company, that is MKT World LCC, a firm she used since 2021 for various ventures, including selling portraits of her First Lady. Now, meme coins can be created and launched by anyone, and there are thousands in existence actually. And with their profile and social media presence, Trump coin and the Melania coin have actually already entered the top 100 coins in terms of value, and Melania's coin is now worth more than artificial intelligence entrepreneur Sam Altman's World Coin. Yeah, so that is Trump and the cryptocurrency. He has his coin. The First Lady also has the coin that is the Melania crypto coin. So the cryptocurrency traders this year is likely to actually be quite very profitable until the end of Donald Trump's regime, perhaps, because he wants United States of America to be one of the leading owners of Bitcoin and other related security, digital assets. So let us wait and see whether the bull run, as anticipated, will actually stretch way up to 2028. Yeah, because that's when he will be in the process of actually leaving office. And many experts predict that we are likely to have the longest bull run in the crypto market. So let's wait and see how that is actually going to turn out. Well, away from that, in Angola, actually, 7 killed in a clash that is between soldiers and illegal miners at the Anglo Gold Ashanti site. This was a very devastating event that happened. Now, 7 people lost their lives during the confrontation between the soldiers and illegal miners at in Ghana's Ashanti region. This was in Ghana. Now, according to the military group, around 60 miners allegedly armed with pump-action guns and homemade weapons forced their way, that is, into the Anglo Gold Ashanti site and exchanged fire with the soldiers, leading to the deadly response. Now, the A miners representative denied that they were armed, raising questions about the event. Now, news of the killings triggered chaos in the nearby town of Obuasi, where the protesters said company vehicles and equipment ablaze. This is according to what the reports say. Of course, we've seen even in Democratic Republic of Congo, where the areas that are rich in minerals are largely controlled by the militia groups. And now this is also happening in Ghana. Mining is becoming a little bit complex because of that. Now, according to Kenneth this is Kenneth Aotwe Darko. He said that more details emerge as over 8 die in a clash between small-scale miners and soldiers regarding the Oga Boasi mine. Now, a violent clash between the small-scale miners and the military personnel guarding the Anglo. This is what Kenneth Aotwe Darko posted on his X platform. Now, the Ghanaian government has actually launched an investigation into the incident, with the President John Mahama vowing accountability for anyone found guilty of the wrongdoings. Now, the Anglo Gold Ashanti for Rich Pert said the situation is now under control and assured collaboration with the different authorities. Now, the company has actually been instructed to cover the injured miners' medical bills and pay for the burials at the same time of the deceased. Meanwhile, the tensions remain high as residents accuse the mining giant of failing to invest adequately, that is, in local development. Now, small-scale miners have long demanded access to parts of the company's mining concessions, but that hasn't really been fulfilled yet. Now, this incident highlights escalating disputes over resources over time. That is when Ghana faces a severe economic crisis marked by the rising unemployment and inflation at the same time. Now, the uptick in the unregulated mining, which many blame for environmental destruction, has also led to frequent clashes with the security forces. So that is what is happening. Now, the tragedy also underscores the strain between the local communities, the mining companies, and the government amid these challenges. So we shall be seeing where is this really going ahead. What does it mean to Ghana's economy, most especially the mining sector, if we can have militia groups really trying to seize some of these regions, like in Democratic Republic of Congo. Actually, a report was still realized that all the products that are made with iPhone are actually made from illegal minerals that are exported, that are smuggled out of Democratic Republic of Congo, and they're taken to Rwanda. And from Rwanda, that's when then they proceed to the different manufacturing plants of Apple. But of course, Apple came out to deny these allegations. So now this is what is happening, because you get to find that when these militia groups come to take control over these mineral-rich regions, some of them are actually used by some of the international corporations to do what we call the black operations, on that behalf. I was so surprised. You've all come across a certain clip when in China, one of the gentlemen was actually asking the children that how much, okay, they weren't children, but they were students, I'll say, that how much do you think it costs to make an iPhone, a 610? And majority were trying to guess $100, $200, so much more. But he came out and said that the cost of producing the iPhone 16 is simply $10. That is about 38,000 Ugandan shillings. That is the cost Apple spends to manufacture the phone. And for you buying it at about 3.5 million, how much money are you making? How much money are we giving out, and all this, why is the cost of production really going down? It's because some of these companies actually get the minerals, the materials, the raw materials to make these products on the black market. And the prices actually, that's why they produce at the lowest cost and they sell at the highest price. So you can imagine, I'm not surprised to hear that. Let me tell you something. Nike, Adidas, and all those companies have been in existence longer than iPhone. Of Steve Jobs have been in existence more than Apple, rather. But in a shortest time, the Apple company has a market valuation of about $600 billion. Nike, Adidas don't even go above $50 billion, if I'm not mistaken. And when I try to link in the line, we're related to militia groups that take control of the mineral resource-rich regions, and then they transport these minerals smuggled out, and they're taken to these different companies, and they're producing at a low cost. So the same situation is actually happening in Ghana. 7 have been killed in a clash that is between the soldiers that is in the Gold Ashanti region. Well, that is it with the international side. If you just joined us, Melania Trump launches her own cryptocurrency, and 7 have been killed in a clash between the soldiers and the illegal miners at the Anglo Gold Ashanti site in Ghana. Well, let's go for a short break, and I'll be returning with the Smart Means Business Quote of the Day and the business update. Stick around.